Hi Lauren, this is Rodrigo with Aesthetic Web Solutions, and in this video I wanted to show you the basics of editing your website. As you can see, this is actually the preview home of your website, but I want to just focus on the basic management of existing pages. So the first thing that you want to remember is that you can log into your website by going into this URL right here, /wp-admin. Obviously, the URL in the end is going to be a little bit different, but the page that you want to go to is the same. So if you go to wp-admin, you'll see the WordPress login screen, and here you can enter your credentials. If I remember correctly, let's try again. Okay, so I'm basically going to create a user for you, and I'm gonna send you the credentials by email. But basically, once you're in, you're gonna see your WordPress dashboard. This is going to have a brief summary of what your website is about. But the main areas that you want to focus on are posts for your blog and pages for the static pages of the website. But one of the features that I really like about WordPress is that it actually lets you edit the content once you're logged in of the pages that you're on. So even if you're logged in, you can see the actual content on your website filed and organized neatly by WordPress here. You can search for a particular page like so as well. So if you're looking for something that contains the word psych, it's going to shorten the list to only the pages that talk about psych in some sort of way, or it's part of the title. Psychology, it's going to yield these results only. So anyways, as you can see, you can browse your pages or you can browse your posts. You will see that there are different kinds of posts. The differences between pages and posts are that a post may be classified into a particular category that you can see here on the right here. So, in this case, we have events, philanthropy, and community, and uncategorized, which is kind of the fallback category. Later, you'll learn that events are going to be really important because they're going to be kind of their own special category. And you also have tags that just basically further help organize the content on your website. So that is for posts, but for pages, you have a hierarchical structure. What does that mean? What that means is that you can have pages and child pages. So here, in the case of a page, you can see that instead of categories, we have potential parents that are just other pages, or a template if a page is actually following a special format that is predefined by me, the programmer. So that is the main difference between the two kind of content structures that you have. Now, having said all that, as I was saying at the beginning of the video, the neatest feature of WordPress is that once you're logged in and you go back to the website by clicking here at the top on the title of the website itself, if you're navigating any page in particular, so if, for example, here we're on client services, if I want to edit the content on this page, I can just simply click on edit page or on the edit button right here. And this button in particular won't show up if you're actually logged out of the website, and I'm just gonna prove it to you. So if I go back to the website and I logged out, you'll see that the edit button is gone, and so is the top bar that kind of helps you navigate the administration of your website. So I'm gonna log back in again. As a review, you want to go to -wp admin. You're gonna see the admin screen. You're gonna enter your credentials, username and password. Then I'm gonna send you briefly, and then once I'm logged in, I can go back to the website. I can navigate to the page that I want to edit, and then I can hit either edit page or the edit button right here. So if I hit edit page, this is gonna take me straight to the edit version of or the edit mode for this particular page. Here, this is just basically a text editor. It's very similar to using Microsoft Word. You can just type in new text if you want, like so. So this is a new paragraph. If I wanted to say this is an actual subtitle, I can just break it apart. I can select what I want the subtitle to be and select a heading from the drop-down menu right here. Usually I recommend using headings 2 to 6, 2 being the most important and 6 being the least important. Likewise, I can create links to external websites or other pages within the site, or as well as blog posts and stuff. So say I wanted to convert this into an actual link, I can just select the text, hit the insert link tool right here, and then I can just type the place I want to go to. So in this case, I just want to link this to Google, and in the description, I'm just going to say Google. So I'm going to add this link. I'm going to update the page. In other words, save my changes. And then once I have saved my changes, I'm going to see this notification right here. And I can just click here to view the page again. And as you can see now, this is an actual link. And I can click on it and it'll take me to Google. Again, I'm going to go back into edit mode. And I am going to also show you that I can upload a PDF, for example. So I'm just going to say download PDF here. And I'm going to select this text. And very similarly, I can upload a PDF into the website by going into the add media structure. I can click here to select a file from my computer. So I'm just going to search for test PDF. I hope I have something that is simple enough. I'm just going to use this as an example. It's just a contract that I use for a different client. So it's going to upload the file. It's going to select the file automatically. And the title of this file is going to be what it is displayed as a text. So I'm just going to use download PDF here, which was the text that I had previously entered. So if I insert this into the page, it's going to replace the highlighted area with the title that I just typed. And it's going to link it to the actual file that I just uploaded. So if I, again, hit the update button to save my changes, and then I click to view the page, you'll see that this is now linking to the PDF itself, which is the contract for that other customer of mine. So those are the basics of page management. Likewise, if I wanted to add a new image, say after the subtitle right here, I can just go into the media manager. I can upload a file. I'm going to select a file from my computer, or I can just drop it directly into the box right here. And just to illustrate that, I'm just going to go into a website that has images. It could be the image of anything, it doesn't matter. This is just an example. Let me just look for something that is fairly nice to use as an example. So something like this. We're gonna select this image from my file browser and just drop it into the window right here. You can see that it turns blue. It's gonna upload the asset. And now I can select it and insert it into the page. I can predefine an alignment, like I want to float it to the right and I want to make it medium sized, or I can make it full sized. In this case, I want it medium sized just on purpose. And I want to say I want to link to nothing as opposed to the media file. Actually, I'm going to link to the media file just for the sake of example. So I'm going to insert this into the page, and now you can see that the image that I have uploaded and inserted is now part of the body of the text. So if I update this page, you'll see that now, if I go back into viewing the page, the actual preview is right here. If I click on it, it's going to take me to the file itself. Likewise, I can edit the image properties like so by clicking on the edit button. I'll go back into the edit mode of this page in particular. I can hit the pencil to edit the properties right here, and instead of making it a size medium, I want to make it full size actually. And we're gonna update it, and now it's a lot bigger, as you can see. So I'm gonna update to save my changes. I'm going to click view the page, and now the image itself is a lot bigger. Likewise, if I want to delete the image, I can do so by simply selecting it and clicking the X right here. That's going to remove it from the post altogether, even though it's still going to be part of the media library because we haven't deleted from the from the file manager within WordPress. So that means we can reuse it on a different page or something like that. So, for the most part, you don't have to worry about it. I'm going to save my changes. But basically what this means for you in a nutshell is that you'll be able to change the content pretty dynamically and easily from any page that you're on once you're logged into the website. So, for example, I'm on the homepage now. The homepage actually is linked to this particular bit of text that contains a paragraph right here and a quote right here. So if I want to edit the contents of the homepage, I just have to go to the homepage by clicking on the home link right here, and I can just hit edit page, and here you'll see that here's the paragraph that I was talking about, and here's the quote itself. All this quote has applied to itself is this particular formatting option called block quote. Other than that, it would be really easy to just make a simple edit change. So here I'm just going to type in example example dot dot dot, and I'm going to save the changes. So now if I go back into view the page, you'll see that the word example has been inserted right here. Again, I'm just going to delete it. I'm going to hit edit page. I'm going to go into example, and I'm going to delete it again. So there you go. I'm going to save my changes. And the same is true for adding new pages. It's just as easy. Instead of going back into the website, navigating to the page that you want to edit or the blog post that you want to edit, like so, you can see the blog posts right here. They have edit buttons associated with them. If I'm actually looking at a single blog post, I can edit the post by just hitting the edit post button on the top or the edit link that shows up right here. And the same thing is true. I can edit this post, say there was more content to be added at the bottom. I could do so right here. I could save my changes, and then I could go back into view the post to see what it looks like now, and you can see that the new paragraph is actually here at the bottom. In this case, I don't actually want it there, so I can just simply select it and delete it. Select it and delete it with the delete key. So I'm gonna save my changes. I could say, change the category this belongs to. If I wanted to, I can just, uncheck this one and select this one. But I'm just gonna leave it as it is. I'm gonna save my changes, and now I can view the post, and it'll be the same as it was before. So that is it in a nutshell. Having this knowledge, you can now just navigate through your website and make the edits that you want to make yourself with a fair amount of ease. So please let me know if you have any questions. In other videos, I'm gonna get into the most advanced functionality of the website. One thing that I can point out right away is, as you can see, some of your pages have this big quote on top of the content itself. This is actually what we call in WordPress a custom field. So if I hit edit page, you'll see that not only you have the option to edit the main content of the page, but below we have also these things called custom fields. I'm going to hide this for the sake of example, but here under the custom fields section, you can see that I have a quote set up, and there's also the option to add a quote author. So if I wanted to add Rodrigo Flores as the author of this quote, and then I'm just going to say here BA and add it as a custom field, you'll see that, and I'm also saving my changes, and I go back to the page, you'll see that the author has been added at the bottom of the quote. Again, because this is not actually true, I'm just gonna go and delete it. by deleting this custom field. But if you ever wanted to highlight a particular quote on top of any page or post, you can just simply add a new custom field, select the quote value, and then enter what the quote actually is. So if I wanted to say, let me just undo this actually. If I just wanted to say on a new page, if I wanted to create a new page that has a quote, I can do so like so. So I'm gonna add a new page by clicking add new, or from here, new page, and then I'm gonna name this page anything, anything example, anything example, and then I'm gonna enter the content on my page like so. I'm gonna link this last paragraph to Google, so I can just say visit google.com, and I'm gonna select it and link this to Google again by clicking on the link to. Hit add a link. Now this is actually a link, and I also want to add a quote on top of the page. So I'm gonna just select, say something at random that Albert Einstein said once. So simplicity, because this is the actual quote. Simplicity is the most elegant form of sophistication. Or the greatest, I believe it was. It doesn't really matter. I'm just showing you this as an example. The greatest form of sophistication. So we're gonna add this custom field from the predefined options, and then I'm gonna add an author here, Albert Einstein. So now the both custom fields have been defined. I can just save my changes, publish this page, and then I can view the page, and this is what the page will look like. So as you can see, there's the quote on the top, there's the author of the quote, and then here's the content, and this should be linking to Google as well. And effectively it does. So I want to keep these videos relatively short, but this should give you a head start. I'm also going to create a user for you, so you should get that notification in your email. But other than that, I don't want to overwhelm you, so let's start here and let me know if you have any questions. I hope you found this useful, and ciao for now.